and we're live.
We are
from a lot of places. So we have. I'm not even on my show yet. So welcome to the Coach Cameron podcast, episode 744. Tonight we're going to delve into capitate. I keep thinking of from The Office to capitated his head, or I don't even know how to say that. You don't even know The Office, do you?
no.
All right. Well, if you do, comment. And by the way, we didn't get a chance to do a rundown or anything. So Anthony, it's been a while. So Anthony Hidalgo's with us. Are you able to show yourself?
Let's see.
So you just click back and forth.
There we go.
All right. So Anthony Hidalgo played here at Phoenix College. He was an All-American, and he's now going to Gonzaga. You excited? You're all set up for that?
Yeah, very.
All right. Well, Anthony has a long throw-in. How far does your throw-in go? I should have got videos of you throwing the dang ball.
I don't know. At one point, it was going about like 45.
45 yards. And he's very tactical with it, so he's able to hit these line drives. He actually had an assist at Nationals with a throw-in, a quick throw-in, switching the point of attack from one side to another. Which game was that? Remember?
I think that was the second game.
Second game?
Yeah.
Oh, that you hit the switching ball, then we hit another switching ball.
Yeah. No, it was off a throw-in. It was like a water break, and then I just threw it straight into to Ezekiel.
That was the first game.
Oh, okay.
That was the first game, and we won 2-0 that game. Anyways, so tonight we're gonna be covering a whole world of youth soccer from the sideline, and it's very entertaining and hopefully very informative for you, the listener, the ones that enjoy this stuff. Are you a parent that loses control and doesn't know why and kind of blacks out? Next thing you wake up and you're in jail, and we're gonna show you one of those. We have a parent who got arrested and most likely going to lose their job if they don't win in court, but punched a referee. We're going to cover that. And we have Bones with us. You can't see him yet. We're going to wheel him in a second. Bones has been on this podcast now twice. So we're going to show you Bones because we're going to go over what's inappropriate touch and what's not appropriate. So appropriate and inappropriate touch. It's all inappropriate, so there's no such thing. Yeah, that's very confusing. And we're still sponsored by botsguy.com. There's a little, you hit the eyeball, so it's under the overlays. Like I said, we didn't do a pre-show rundown. So under the overlays, you'll see botsguy.com.
Oh, got it.
Yeah, click. And you just click, and then
it's in there.
Eyeglass, and then you can pull it out. And follow me on Rumble. So, and there's another overlay for Rumble.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So rumble.com, you can follow me there. Just go rumble.com. You can actually look at Coach Cameron. And thank you so much for subscribing to Rumble from last week's show. For the ones that don't know, I got banned from YouTube for showing a very inappropriate video, which we're going to show right now. Do you have that? So drag in the YouTube video. I think it says banned on it.
Banned video. Gotcha.
Yeah, throw that in.
Wait a minute. What is this? Are you kidding? Claymore
damn.
by Mac.
Yeah. So were you able to get me back on?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're all good. So, yeah, I was banned for showing that video. And by the way, we're live on YouTube again, but we're also live on Twitter, Facebook, and Rumble. If you're on Twitter, Facebook, or YouTube, please find a way to get to Rumble. That's where we're going to probably do most of the shows from, especially since I have 2 strikes from YouTube. The third strike, 90 days. I'm gone for showing that video. So we'll show it again.
Wait a minute. What is this? Are you kidding? Claymore by Mac.
So, yeah, I was banned for that because YouTube believes that that kind of dangerous violence I put on YouTube, it's going to destroy the world. So you can't do stuff like that, but I did it anyways. Culture matters. I want to show you goalkeeper wars from futsal. But so speaking of futsal, this whole episode is coming from a parent who, she didn't yell at me, but she advised me that I must turn down the music. I run a futsal league here at Phoenix College, and it's a fundraiser for our program, and we play music, and it was too loud. And I'm like, it's too loud. It wasn't loud, but it was too loud that she wasn't able to communicate to her son. And she came to me and scolded me. You need to turn that music down. I'm like, I was thinking it was like cuss words or something. And it was just too loud because she couldn't talk to her child. I'm like, oh, are you the coach? No, but my son needs to know I'm here. I said, okay.
You're 10 feet away. I think he can see you.
I don't know. Comment. Let us know if you feel like music is very inappropriate to drown out what we're hearing from the sidelines. I believe sidelines should be drowned with music so the kids can just play. Kids are like dancing and stuff on the field. It was awesome. And then, of course, we get angry mom who thinks that they need to be heard. And my thoughts are, no, you don't. But before we start talking about sideline content, and we're gonna cover it with 10 specific reason why parents behave the way they do, feel like they have to interject into games, and then we're gonna come with some solutions, maybe, and we're gonna cover all that. But first, we're gonna cover some of the news. U.S. soccer star Megan Rapinoe announces she'll retire after NWSL season. So I don't want Megan to retire, Anthony.
You don't?
No.
Why?
Because I need her part of my show. For the ones that don't know, I smash Megan Rapinoe every Sunday. And I'm going to show you a montage of all the smashes I've done of Megan Rapinoe as she interfered by coming on our show before her retirement. Do you have that video?
Yeah.
I throw that in. Yep. Flipping Megan. Megan's always coming on my show. Get off, Megan. It's not. I'm going to smash her. Smash. Have. Megan, always coming on the show. If Megan came near me, I would say she's sexually harassing me. Was that it? Oh, that was Megan. I can't stand her. We're in Seattle. I gotta get out of here. She's gone. There she is. Always in the way. And I know how to get rid of her. You gotta do this. Hi. You took her out way too early. I know. You blew it. Anyway, she won't go away. The class action lawsuit. And you can follow me on TikTok. I think it's, what's my TikTok handle? At Coach Cameron?
I think so.
Yeah, something like that. You can find me.
Soccer Coach Cameron. We'll put it all on. I'll make you a.
You made me
page.
a link tree already.
Yeah.
Yeah, you already got me one.
I'll put the what's your Rumble? I'll put your Rumble link on there.
Yeah. That'd be awesome. And remove the futsal because it's already rocking her own. Girls soccer coach arrested on child sex charges. That's awesome. Do you have the overlay on that? Police in Flower Branch say Calvin Cook, a teacher from Cherokee Bluff Middle School, and a girls soccer team coach at Cherokee Bluff High School is facing child molestation allegations that date back at least to April 24th. The Hall County School District has alleged sexual misconduct occurred off campus. Okay, so it's all right. Cook, who surrendered to the police department over the holiday weekend, has been placed on leave without pay. Or wait, leave with pay. We pay our pedophiles. So this brings us up to what's appropriate far as good touch, bad touch. So we're going to roll bones in a second. But you need to make sure you always watch your kids, not around water, but around
coaches.
Anyone
now, teachers.
All coaches, all teachers. Watch them all because they could potentially be an inappropriate toucher. All right, I got to roll in bones. I got him. You can say there. Let's turn the time over to Anthony. Anthony, tell us a little bit. I'm going to get bones real quick. Tell us about Gonzaga. Why'd you choose Gonzaga? And you had other options, and you chose Gonzaga to be a Zag. Tell us why you chose that, and what are you going to be studying, and all that good stuff.
Okay, real quick. Jesuit college. That's pretty much the big reason. My high school is a Jesuit school. I really like their education, and I just like the community they built. And I kind of want to continue that. But yeah, I'm going to be doing cyber security and comp sci when I'm over there, so it'll be very interesting and a lot of work. It's like I think I have to do 18 or 19 credits a semester for the next 4 to
Oh, geez.
to pass
That's a lot.
in 2 years. Yeah.
All right. So can you even see Bones in the camera?
1 second.
All right, make the adjustment. So as Anthony's making the adjustment with Bones, we're going to show you what's appropriate touch and what's inappropriate touch.
There you go.
All right. So yeah, so you can't touch children, and there's no good way of doing it. If you're touching it, it's assume you're grooming them for inappropriate things. And speaking of which, there's a movie out. What's that movie that just came out about trafficking?
Oh, I don't even know what it's called. No one's covering it at all. Like no news. I saw a video on this.
Yeah, you can't, because those are controlling the media and everything are the ones that are part of this trafficking ring of disgustingness. But Sound of Freedom?
That's it.
Sound of Freedom. Comment, have you seen the movie? Is it worth watching?
Apparently,
and
it's already gotten more views than Indiana Jones.
Oh, I heard that too.
But you don't even hear about it.
We live in a sick world. Trust nobody. So let me show you with Bones what's appropriate touch. And you let me know. Is this appropriate? No, you can't do that. What about this? All right. So the reason you can't touch. Coaches out there, you can't touch. You can't even go, oh, it's okay. You don't touch the child. Same sex, opposite sex, doesn't matter. Don't touch. Okay. Can't do that. That's called grooming. Now, if you're a physical therapist, that's different. You're allowed to do this kind of stuff. Does it work? Yeah. Inversion, eversion. How's your ankle? Swelling. But watch the trainers too. That gymnastics guy, the doctor for the Olympics. Watch your child around these people, adults. All right. So my favorite is the strength coaches. They'll be like, feeling the stomach. They'll be like, oh, yeah, keep that stiff. Or the back. They're like, oh, you got to keep that stiff. And they're touching their back to show. You can't do it. You can't do it. At all. It's crazy. Can't do it. Comment. Do you touch kids? No, I'm just kidding. Don't comment if you do that. Don't put it up if they do that. But is it a problem? Are you watching your coach? How do they communicate with them? Are they doing? If they win victory, they won state title, and they're like, can't do it. Coaches, you can't celebrate with touching. That doesn't excuse you from the behavior of grooming. Any questions on that? Have we gotten a comment? Does that thing even work?
No, not yet.
All right. Well, thanks for comments. Like when I say comment, there's a comment overlay.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
I can't. Usually I can see a screen what's going on. So this podcast kind of came together because Mom lectured me. We covered that a little while ago about turn down the music because they need to hear what Mom and Dad says. So here's the question I have for all of you is the parent on the sideline coaching more about parents' need to control the situation or their desire for the child to be successful? Which one do you think it is? Now, Anthony, how much did your mother or father scream and yell at you from the sideline?
Ooh, when I was younger, it was my dad, and then he started taking pictures because he knew he had to be quiet.
Offset it.
Yeah.
Get busy. That's a great idea. Become a camera person. Just work on a hobby.
Yeah, because if you talk taking pictures, you get kicked out. So it worked for him.
Yeah, he actually did helped us out at Phoenix College taking pictures for us. He developed a talent to the point where he was being very helpful to our program. That's a great way of getting out of feeling the need like you have to scream and yell at your child. And you're not even the coach. And that's another discussion, but we won't talk about that right now. We're going to talk about the parent who feels that we have to turn down the music so they can interject and hear what they have to say. So next question, what motivates you, the parent, the ones that have no control, to scream at your child during a youth sporting event? Like, what goes through your head that causes you to go nuts and need to say something? That's a foul, ref. I don't get it. And it's great. And I talked to Kenny Laird, who coaches at CCV, and he's at the Nationals in Denver or whatever. And 2 parents got escorted out of Dick's Sporting Park for, I can't even say it on the show, but basically told the referee they would face beep, 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 beep a lot. So
Dang.
just they got escorted out of Dick's Sporting Park. That's like 30 soccer fields of people. And they got escorted by cops to get out. How embarrassing. Jeez. What's the solution? What's the solution, Anthony?
I don't know. Just let the parents go to a bar and live stream it for them.
Hey, were you on my show when I talked about that?
I might have been.
So I was going to do it with my soccer team, where I was going to live stream into a sports bar and have them watch and see how well the kids played without the sideline.
I think they would play better.
Of course they would. I couldn't imagine doing anything where I'm actually trying to like solve a problem or take a test or anything with people. Oh, you got to do this.
Exactly.
I wouldn't be able to function. So next question. Have you ever discussed your behavior with your child on how they make you feel when you interject during a game?
Well, you got to think about it, like, depending on the age. If they're younger, middle school, like 2nd grade, 3rd grade, 4th grade, you have that many people yelling at you, you're just going to be confused the whole game. Like, you might not be angry, whatever, telling your parents to, stop screaming, but you're definitely going to, it's all going to be all over you and stuff. You don't want that. But when you get to high school and your parents are still screaming at you and doing all that, now it's going to turn into, I'm going to fight with my parents back and forth. I think that's what happens a lot.
I was driving to work today, and I was on the freeway, and something came up in my head from my past. It was something I said to somebody. I won't say exactly what was said, but I remember seeing their face of like they felt really bad, and then I was technically the abuser with comments that made that person feel bad. And this was like 20 years ago, and it just came up, and I felt so bad again. Like, imagine what the person that was receiving it,
how they felt. Yeah.
And the thing is, I think you remember it forever. Like, it never leaves. There's in my memory bank back before the age of 10, I can remember situations where I was embarrassed or ridiculed or something by a teacher or a coach or a friend in front of a lot of people that I still remember today. Like,
yeah, of course.
And that's not including the memories I suppress. I can't imagine it being in a competitive sport, soccer, with a parent that nonstop attacks you from the sideline, not knowing that it's going to affect their child into their adult ages.
Yeah.
That's crazy to think about.
So have you seen those like TikToks, like the car ride homes?
No.
Oh, really? Oh, those are funny. Like, it's just like there's like something going on. It's like perfect normal face if, you messed up during the game or, you lost, you didn't do homework or something like that. But it's like, oh, the person has their face crying and stuff because it's on the car ride home with their dad. Like, I mean, people don't really realize that or whatever, but those are the memories that the kids remember the most.
I would imagine. Now, I went on AI and I asked it, give me specific reasons why parents behave this way. Because it's not appropriate. Because you know what bothers me even more is like there's 2 kinds of parents. There's the parents that are the freedom fighters, and then there's the liberals, because Democrats, we're always in twos, So on the sideline, they join forces and they're one in effort for the most part. I'm just, generally speaking, like 70, 80% of the crazies, they come together and do the same thing. So I'm just talk about the hardcore libertarians out there that want absolute freedom and all that stuff, but not in sport. You're going to yell at your child. So if you are a libertarian, you're a hardcore conservative about freedom, about, leave me alone, and you're going to micromanage your child on the sideline, you are a hypocrite. And you're not raising your child in what you think is, freedom. You have to have freedom to be able to play the game. You have to have thought.
Yeah, exactly.
What were you going to say?
There's two comments. One was someone said, I think parents feel entitled because they are paying lots of money for club soccer, so they yell and do whatever they want on the sidelines. Do you think because they're the parents and they pay, the $5,000 for their kid to play club soccer, make it appropriate?
Well, I think that's partially the reason. I still think even if they were scholarshiped, that human would still behave the same. Now, I think maybe if they have control with money, feel like, hey, I'm going to take my money elsewhere, that's a different problem. That's a coaching problem. And by the way, all these problems, I blame club soccer and the coaches. The ones running it. We're not unified as coaches to stand up and say, we're not going to do this anymore. Let's do it the right way and be okay with losing and be more about developing kids, because the only way you're going to get better in the game of soccer is you have to have an opportunity to play the game in a real structured environment where there's a referee, there's a win and a loss, and be able to be in that environment without the stresses of the sideline screaming and yelling, demanding perfection, and being allowed to fail and process how I failed. How am I going to overcome this? How do I get better? Versus I'm so scared to fail because I'm going to get yelled on the sideline and be embarrassed and I can't function. So the next time the ball comes to me, what I'm going to do, I'm going to kick it or repeat the same mistake over and over again because we're mentally messed up that way because of all the adrenaline, misdirected adrenaline from the sideline. It's horrifying. So yes, money is a problem, especially those that are paying, but I think it's a little more complicated than that. I think humans just can't control themselves. They just are who they are. What's the second question?
Is there a difference between yelling at a ref or your kid? Are both embarrassing or have a negative effect on the kid?
It's both horrifying and ridiculous. And by the way, I'm reffing futsal. It's not easy. I'm reffing futsal and I'm getting yelled at because I'm like watching when the ball's going out of bounds because I don't have ARs. And by doing that, I can't see other things.
Yeah.
So I'm missing a lot. And I apologize. I'm sorry I missed that. I was seeing if the ball went out. So it's not easy to ref. But if you scream at the referee because you didn't like the call or whatever, you're doing two things. One, you're creating an environment of win at all costs because you want to manipulate the referee, or you're demanding like you have to have it a certain way, and you're letting your kid know at the same time that it's the ref's fault versus just internalize things and affect change through the game of soccer, regardless of the officiating. But you need to develop a player to be able to deal with bad calls because it's going to happen. It happens to the best refs in the world. Instead of being angry at the ref, be more focused on the next situation of how can I affect things. And it's totally blows my mind that we keep doing that, and the referee costs keep going up, and the shortage of referees keep going up as well. No matter how much money we pay referees, we're always going to be a situation of low referees, low number in referees, because money doesn't buy happiness. No one wants to be yelled at and then think about that 20 years down the line, go, oh my gosh, I got yelled at for making a call I didn't see. It's ridiculous. But AI says this. So this is why parents, and those that are watching, some of you are probably in this situation. So what motivates the parent to scream or yell at their child in a youth sporting event? It's an emotional investment, says AI. Parents may have deep emotional investment in their child's success and feel that expressing their intensity through vocal outbursts will motivate the child to perform better.
I mean, I guess that's true, but...
Of course it is. It's AI. It searched the entire webosphere and brought all the good information, brought it to this podcast. Secondly, lack of perspective, or in other words, zero intelligence in the matter. Parents may be caught up in the heat of the moment and lose sight of the bigger picture, such as a child's overall development, enjoyment of the game, or importance of sportsmanship. Third, over-identification with the child's performance. Parents who see their child's success or failure as a reflection of their own worth or identity may scream out in frustration or fear of being judged.
That's a big one.
That is. I feel that.
I feel like everyone does.
I feel that when I'm watching my children. I got 4. I won't mention which one, but when they make a mistake after mistake after mistake, and I'm like thinking in my head, I'm like, please sub him out. He's embarrassing me, my family, my future grandchildren. Just kidding. But you feel it. You're like, you don't want to feel that. You want to think your child's better than they are. And I do that. And I try to control that. And I don't know, I'll see Jack play and I'm like, oh my gosh, he's amazing. He can be a pro. And then I'm like, watch the video. I'm like, no. You know what I did with Jack?
What?
And Jack's a great player. He's getting better and better, and I love his ability to get through the situation. So I put Jack against Zeus Zoeticaro.
Yeah. And what? Just like
defending headers. So the ones that don't know, Zeus is what, 6'2", 190,
maybe bigger,
205. I don't know, 40-inch vertical, and he's a man, like.
Yeah,
athletic. He's an NFL athlete. He's like
he looks
level.
Like an edge. He looks like an NFL edge player.
Oh yeah,
he's just big.
And and Zeus was showing him how to defend. And by the way, Jack got better from being in that environment because Zeus was helping him, for one, but 2, how do you know if you don't know? I mean, Zeus is equivalent to a Premier League player, like a high-level Premier League player as far as trying to be strong, speed, trying to head the ball. I mean, that's the highest level you could find.
He has the athleticism for it.
So you imagine me screaming at Jack nonstop, be like, you got to body him. You got to do better. Like he's taking on a NFL level athlete, trying to stop him from winning headers. And guess what? Jack did not do well, but he got better because he was in that environment and I didn't scream and yell. And it was a safe environment. And Zeus is so good, by the way. He's a great teacher. Like communicating with one-on-one. Oh my gosh. Like he's valuable. If you want to teach your kid how to defend headers on a corner kick or attack headers, send a message to me. I'll get you in contact with Zeus, who does private training. He does fitness, but he definitely can do that. Yeah, he's like getting into that. And he'll be graduating, becoming a nurse soon.
Oh, good for him.
Here from Phoenix College. So that's pretty cool. Next one is lack of self-awareness or control, which is a lot of them. And them meaning the crazy parents. Some parents may not realize the impact of their screaming or struggle to manage their own emotions in the highly charged environment of youth sporting events. All of that. All right. So if you have any questions or concerns on the comments I'm making, be sure to send a message and subscribe to Rumble, where you're going to find me, because I'm going to slowly get out of all the other social media fears and focus on Rumble so I can just be me and not get banned for YouTube for videos like this.
Oh, let's see.
He's not quick to the
Get
point.
out! Wait a minute. What is this? Are you kidding? Claymore! Claymore by Mackin.
So the important so players watching this podcast, if you want to develop your game, you're going to have to do it on your own with no parents on the side. Just pickup games. Pickup games are everything. Culture matters. So much so, during futsal, I caught these two kids that set up their own goalie war games outside in 115 degrees in Phoenix, Arizona. Do you have that video?
It's right here.
So they're just playing goalie wars. So for all the parents out there that want their kid to be so successful during Saturday where you scream at them, or Championship Sunday, if they're not playing pickup soccer, kind of like that, they just love the game so much, they're just like, hey, let's play goalie wars or whatever they were doing. I thought that was so cool.
Yeah.
They're not going to advance to the next level. The highest level athletes in the world in the game of soccer grew up playing on the street. They would play academy, and then they would do street soccer for like 4 hours.
I mean, that's any sport, though, too. You can do that for any sport, not even just soccer.
Pick up basketball. Now, basketball's changing because basketball has become more like club. So there's not the freedom of just playing.
Yeah.
That's going away because, in Arizona, they're copying. I know this because I know who's doing the club part. Matt. He coached here at Phoenix College.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So he started, basically competitive youth basketball. And I get there's pockets of it, but this is like big, and they're going to like do state and all that stuff like we do in soccer.
Mm-hmm.
But they're all paid coaches and stuff like that. And there's so many people screaming and yelling and doing crazy things. It's actually worse than soccer. I've seen the leagues that they held, and it's scary. These are like 8-year-olds. They're ballers. But, man, those parents are relentless, and they're on the court screaming and yelling. No different than, I guess, the like Food City tournaments and stuff. U8, they're playing like 10-on-10, and the parents are just screaming relentless, and they're on the field. There is no painted lines. They're on the field. It's crazy. I'm missing a lot of videos. I didn't think I updated on my. We have a new segment of All Ball.
Oh, yeah.
So we have a new segment of All Ball. Throw the overlay. So there's these two gentlemen that decided, and a referee, by the way, that played a game with a bowling ball with 50,000 Legos.
Ooh. And it's in the snow.
I ran all that way for
Yeah, that seems painful. It got a ton of views. I guess it was worth it for them, whatever you get paid for that. But be sure to follow me at Rumble, rumble.com.
It'll all be put on your link tree.
It'll be on my link tree.
He'll put it on his Facebook and on his Instagram profile.
As soon as he shows me how to do it. I think it is on my Instagram profile. But we're also, reminder, we are sponsored by botsguy.com. So botsguy.com is basically AI for your website. So it automates everything you do within your website so you can communicate and not be there, I guess. But it's supposed to be like the next level of bots. Botsguy.com. Look them up. And, I think that's it. Any questions we need to handle?
No. Someone said Rapinoe will retire. I don't think he saw the video. We should put that up one more time.
That flipping Megan. Megan's always coming on my show. Get off, Megan. It's not. I'm gonna smash her. Smash.
So Megan Rapinoe is retiring and gonna do whatever it takes to make sure she destroys the women's national team by making sure men take over. And I want to elaborate on that because YouTube will ban me. and one more strike, and I'm gone. Yeah, so that is what's going on in the world. Make sure you don't touch children unless they're actually yours. Don't touch them because you're technically a pedophile. And go watch that movie, Sounds of Freedom.
Sound of Freedom.
Sound of Freedom. Support that so we can unveil all the evildoers in Hollywood. And yeah, that's all I have. Anthony's going to go to Gonzaga. When do you leave?
I go back on Friday. I came back for 2 weeks.
And you're playing Utah Tech.
Yeah, so
you're playing Angel Sound Day. Now, what are you at Utah Tech?
Yeah, at Utah Tech.
What do you know the date?
Yeah,
Yeah, so I'm gonna go to that game because I'd love to see you take on Angel, and it's only like 5.5 hours from here, I think, maybe 6.
Let's see.
St. George,
Utah.
and for the ones that don't know, Utah
September
Tech.
17th.
What day is that? Is that a
Thursday? Oh wait, no, Sunday.
perfect?
Sunday, yeah.
Sunday's perfect. So I'll have a Saturday night game.
1 p.m.
I will be in St. George on September 17th. So I will play somebody, and then I will fly to Vegas, get a car, and it's like 2 hours from Vegas, yeah?
Really?
St. George? Yeah, 2 hours.
Hour
and a half, maybe. Not sure. But I'm excited for the game. That's going to be cool. I'm going to put a whole schedule together. So you're going to Gonzaga. Angel's going to Utah Tech. Gaio's going to Cal Baptist. Mora's going to San Jose State.
Yep.
And then who else is going? We have Jesus is going to Ottawa?
Arizona Christian.
ACU.
Yeah.
Okay. And then who else am I missing? There's others. I'm getting confused with current. And then we have who's leaving on a Mormon mission? He's going to Chile.
Oh, let's see.
Did you hear that?
Drayden, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm on his email list, so I get updates now.
Okay, yeah. So Drayden, yeah, I went to his farewell last Sunday or Sunday before. 2 Sundays ago. And he's right now at the MTC in Utah, and then he's going to go to Chile, I think in Utah. But did you hear that boom? Like a firework?
Outside right now? Yeah. I thought someone dropped something. You hear that all the time.
In Central Phoenix.
Yeah.
Could be dangerous. Well, we'll be live every Sunday, 8 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. You can find me on YouTube for now until I get my next strike, which is a 90-day ban. Rumble now. Thank you for subscribing over there. We couldn't do Rumble last week because I didn't have enough subscribers. So thank you for that. And be sure to like and share this podcast from Rumble. That'd be amazing. And you can find us also on Spotify, iHeartRadio, and wherever else podcasts are found, both audio and video on Spotify now. And yeah, we'll be back next Sunday, 8 p.m. Mountain Standard Time, where El Rojo will be back. Anthony, are you still in town?
No, I leave Friday morning.
Well, that sucks.
Yes.
Well, we need to put you on the hot seat. Thank you so much, Anthony. I wish you the best of luck. Oh, and thanks to Bones.
Oh, careful.
Oh, shoot. For letting us know what's appropriate touch and there's no appropriate touch. You can't touch them. Yeah. Watch your kids around your soccer coaches. And that's all I got. I think we're out. We'll see you next Sunday, 8 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. Peace.